Alright guys, Mr. Clay here. This right here is going to be a little bit of an update, preview of the week, okay? Once again, you're not here this week due to the quarantine, COVID, not enough subs. But I want to remind you guys, you still are in school this week, alright? You're just doing it remotely from home. You're going to school from the comfort of your house this week, alright? Teachers are all here. Some of us are doing team meetings in their classes. We all have assignments uploaded, posted in Schoology. Some teachers are uploading lectures in Schoology to help and assist you and be resources to guide you throughout this week. First announcement I have for you guys, if you hadn't received the email from me today, your test for Chapter 1 is postponed for whenever you return back to school. A through K, come back Tuesday, October 20th. So A through K, your test will be that day. L through Z, October 21st, Wednesday. That's whenever your exam and test will be for Chapter 1. Your study guide with all the correct answers, if you didn't get those last week when we did in class, I uploaded those on the Schoology. They're down below where your polls and all your folders are, at the very bottom of the main page on Civics for whichever class you're in, right? So study that. That way you'll do well on your test come Tuesday or Wednesday based on your last name. Second thing here is just going to be a little bit of a preview for the week, all right? For Monday, which is today, right now it's 12:57. I'm recording this for you guys. What you need to do, go into Schoology, go underneath October, week 6 folder. You're going to have a PowerPoint with vocabulary terms for Chapter 2. Chapter 2, guys, looking at different forms of government around the world. Some are vocabulary words are words such as dictator, that Kim Jong-un, the leader of North Korea. Monarch's another one, which just means king or queen. Think of the royal family, Queen Elizabeth, Prince Charles, and so forth, all right? Just the royal family. So what you need to do from Monday today, guys, this will be page number 1 in your new notebook for Chapter 2. Copy those terms down. Have those for you turn in your notebooks for this chapter when you take your test, all right? For Tuesday, your lesson is reading pages 30 through 33 in your textbook. I have screenshots of those on Schoology underneath of your Tuesday folder. Once you finish that, you have 2 options for your assignment. It's going to be a guided reading in your workbook, right? I have that digital form uploaded into Schoology, all right? So you can do it that way if you choose to do so. Second option, this red book right here that I gave you guys, I think it was about 2 weeks ago. You may do it in that as well. If you choose to do it in this red book, folks, it's pages 10, 11, and 12, all right? So if you choose to do it in your red book, you've got pages 10 through 12. That's your assignment. For Wednesday, let me open up this. One second, guys. Alright, for Wednesday, I'm going to have a lecture posted. It's going to go over to Section 1 PowerPoint. After that, you have a Who Rules reading, and then you have Who Rules questions. These Who Rules questions are going to give you examples of different countries, and you want to read about their government and choose, based off your readings, what type of government that country has. A few countries have more than one form of government that fall underneath the umbrella for their country. Those ones are listed on the Who Rules. You record your answers, put them in there, turn that in on Schoology. Again, that's for your Wednesday lesson, all right? For Thursday, you want to change things up. Thursday, I'm going to have another lecture posted, looking at on Thursday, the Articles of Confederation and the Constitution of the United States. A fact for you, something that's important that we're going to learn about, is the United States, guys, has technically had 2 different constitutions, all right? First one was called the Articles of Confederation. Main idea here, it wasn't a very good document, all right? It was replaced eventually by the Constitution that we still use today. It had several different weaknesses in it. All those weaknesses we're going to look at on Thursday, and we're going to afterwards create a Venn diagram to look at on one side, Articles of Confederation, the opposite side, the Constitution. In case you don't know how a Venn diagram works, hopefully you all should. In the middle column, you have similarities. So I already did those for you once you get into the assignment for Thursday, the similarities between the two documents. Then the outside two corners, you have the differences, right? Which is comparing and contrast. It's the best way to think of the Venn diagram. Whenever you do that Venn diagram for Thursday, up above it, there's a link that says link for Venn diagram info. It's going to come up as a yellow website, okay? You might need to click the blue hypertext link to access it. It doesn't just pop up on Schoology once you press the link. But on that yellow page, it's going to give you all the information you need for your Venn diagram. There's 10 different differences you're going to be looking at. And I have them numbered 1 through 10 on your assignment. So in the text boxes that I put inside the Venn diagram, you actually do not have to write out the entire phrase. Instead, you can just choose a number. Let's say it's number 3 that goes with the Articles of Confederation. Stick in number 3 there. No sense in writing out the entire phrase, all right? So that's what your Thursday lesson is going to be. And once again, on Wednesday and Thursday, I'm going to have lectures that's going to preview the PowerPoints that'll further guide you and be resources to help you on your assignments for those 2 days. For Friday, guys, in section 2, in chapter 2, we're looking at 3 main things. First 2 is what we're doing on Thursday, the Articles of Confederation and the Constitution. Third major one is looking at the Declaration of Independence. So for your Friday lesson, we're first going to, I like to think of as a breakup music video. It's looking at why we decided to declare independence from King George in England, all right? It's set to the song Too Late to Apologize. Just giving different reasons why we were upset with King George. So you watch that video first. After that, your second thing is your actual assignment. Your assignment is a scavenger hunt, looking at the Declaration of Independence. Think of it as a web quest if you choose to call it that. Once you get on there, there will be, first question, for example, is when was the Declaration of Independence ratified, right? So you have questions 1, 2, and 3. Above questions 1, 2, and 3, there's a blue hypertext link with a website, and it says click here to find your answers for 1, 2, and 3. Click that website, go onto it, read through, and you'll be able to find your answers. I think there's 12 or 14 questions in all on that scavenger hunt. So complete that, and that's your lesson for Friday. Again, you're going to be doing all this week. You're doing this all remotely, okay? So it's very important that you keep up to date and do your schoolwork. Best thing here about not having students this week, don't have to wear the masks since you guys are in the classroom. But I miss you guys, and I hope you guys all get back as soon as possible. It's not my preference to do school remotely. It's been boring here today. Been grading papers, making up assignments, answering some phone calls. But I hope to see you guys in these seats come Tuesday. And hopefully this will be the last time we have to quarantine and do this school year. So just make sure, not only in my class, but all your other classes for your teachers, that you're keeping on top of your work. I have my phone available on the desk. Email, always I try to answer those as quickly as possible. So this week, any point, you're more than welcome. Don't hesitate to get a hold of me for any questions, concerns, or if you want to set up a team meeting to go over some sort of material that you're having issue with, be more than happy to do that, okay? So I'm in this, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday and Wednesday next week.